Hello guys, welcome back to the Data Lemmy or SQL data interview questions. Today we are going to solve yet another question. I will set the difficulty to hard and this is one of an interesting question. Amazon maximize prime item inventory. Let's check this one out. So basically in this question what they are trying to say is that Amazon wants to maximize the storage capacity of its 500k square foot warehouse by prioritizing a specific batch of prime items. Okay, so this specific prime item batch could be detailed in the inventory table. Cool. So in inventory table we have item ID, your item type, prime eligible or not prime. We have your item category and the square footage. So if the prime product batch specified in the item category column includes one laptop and one side table, that would be the base batch, and we could not add another laptop without also adding a side table. So for example what they are trying to say is that let's say these are the 5 items that you want to store. So all the prime eligible items, mini refrigerator, television and laptop, needs to come in a bundle altogether, and all of them will be stored as a packets, and so their item count would be same. Okay, and what we need to do is in this 500k warehouse, we will first fill it up with the prime eligible items and then the not prime items. Okay, after prioritizing the maximum number of prime items, any remaining square footage will be utilized to stock these non-prime items. Understood? So we need to write a query to find the maximum number of prime and non-prime batches. Understood? Okay, let's get started with the question then. So basically what they are saying is that this 500k is, and what is the final output looking like? So it is item type and its item count. Okay, so in this 500k basically what we will be putting are prime items plus non-prime items. Now your prime items would be equal to, so the total number of items that can be put is the batches, prime batches in your 500k into prime items in one batch. Okay, and prime items in 500k would be equals to 500k divided by your area of one batch. Okay, so basically we will round it up. For example, let's say it is 45.6, then we will consider 45, since 45 it needs to be whole numbers. Okay, and once we have our prime items, so then we will calculate our non-prime items. So our non-prime items would be our non-prime batches and non-prime items in one batch, and our non-prime batches would be remaining area. So remaining area upon again area of one batch. Okay, this is prime and this is non-prime. Understood? Now remaining area would be calculated via 500k minus actually prime batches in 500k into area of one batch prime. Okay, this is how we can calculate the remaining area. Okay, So let's calculate and make subqueries of for each of these items. Okay, so first of all, let's create prime batches in our 500k as, so basically, so what we will do is select from our table inventory where our basically item type, where our item type will be prime eligible. It is prime eligible, so prime batches in 500k is simply your, and now we need to calculate area of one batch prime, so it will be sum of your square footage. This square footage is area of one batch prime as this, and let's start with this only, area of one batch prime. Okay, so now we have area of one batch prime. Through this we can calculate prime batches in 500k, and now we need prime items in one batch, so that also we can calculate from here, which is count of distinct your item id, and this will be prime items. Let's bring this here, and this will be done. Let's comment these out. Okay, prime items. Okay, and okay, so next let's go. So basically what we have figured out till now is that so prime batches in 500k would be your 500k upon area of one batch prime. We have got this, and our prime items will be prime batches in 500k through this, and prime items in one batch. So let's quickly calculate the area, since that would be required in our this thing, to calculate the remaining area for the non-prime items. Okay, so next let's calculate prime batches in 500k. Next let's calculate the prime batches. Prime batches as, so basically this will be select round off this divided by your select area of one batch prime from prime items. So see, basically we have called a subquery within this whole query over here simply, and this is our prime batches in 500k. Okay, let's run the query up till now. Select star from our prime batches. Let's see what is the result that we are getting. 901. Okay, by the way, what exactly is the round function doing over here? Let's understand that as well. This, let's remove round, and now let's run this code. So see, 900.576, actually it is rounding up, but what we want to do is just the 900 part. So for this, okay, so now what we see here is that we have 900.576. So for this, what we would want to do is just get the 900 part. So rather than using the round function, we will actually use the function floor. Okay, now let's simply run this code again, and see, we have 900, it's taken as the floor. So this would be our prime batches in 500k. and what would be our prime items, and our prime items would be this prime batches in 500k divided by the prime items basically that are there in each one of the batch. Okay, now let's calculate the remaining area. As the remaining area would be select it will be 500k minus your prime batches in 500k. So basically select prime batches in this into area of one of this. So basically area from here, select area from the prime items. Okay, so this is my remaining area, and let's mention this as remaining area. So let's see how is this thing coming on from remaining area. Okay, so we see that this is 320. Now this 320 needs to be divided into the non-prime items. Again, what we will do is, so as you guys can see here, once we have our remaining area, we will, to get the non-prime batches, we will take remaining area upon area of one batch non-prime, and then multiply this number non-prime batches into the non-prime items in the one batch. So just like our prime items, we will also calculate the same for non-prime items. Okay, over here let's just mention not prime rather than prime eligible, and area of one batch not prime and not prime items in one batch. Now we have this number. So next we can calculate, let's again comment these out. So now we will calculate the non-prime batches. Okay, just like our prime batches, we have non-prime batches, prime batches in 500k. So this will be our remaining area first of all. So that is select our remaining area from here. Okay, and let's divide this by area of one batch non-prime. Okay, so from this number, so select area of one batch non-prime from the non-prime items. Okay, understood? And we need to take the floor of this number like we took in the earlier non-prime batches as well. Okay, so next now we need to simply calculate and collate these data points. So what we'll do is select our prime items will be prime batches in 500k, which is coming from this. So select prime batches in 500k from prime batches. Okay, into, and now we need to do prime items in one batch. So prime items in one batch is getting from this number. Select prime items in one batch from prime items. Okay, so this gives me my prime items. Let's also see the example output. So it is prime eligible, so we will say prime eligible as item type, and this number as item count. Okay, Let's simply run this and see what is the output. Okay, we get 5400 as the number, and we will simply union for our not prime as well. As the item type, and now we need non-prime batches. Okay, so similar to prime batches, let's copy here and see the nomenclature. Non-prime batches in 500k. So non-prime batches in 500k into basically number of prime items, so which is coming from here. This from and this is the item count. Okay, let's run this code. Okay, so basically we need to take non-prime batches. So as you can see, the mistake, non-prime batches in 500k is actually from non-prime batches. So whenever you guys copy, just keep in mind of where you are copying it from, and then let's run the code. Okay, and let's submit this. As you can see, our answer is correct. It's just the ordering that is different, and one can simply do it by order of count descending. Thank you guys.